Good morning, everyone. 9 a.m. Call the Cronin County Board of Commissioners meeting to order for March 10th, 2026. Ask everyone to please stand up, remove your hats for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we're missing one of our board members this morning, who is our chair, so you're stuck with me, so please bear with me as we go through this today. We'll start with our roll call, please.
Commissioner Coring,
Yeah, I'm here.
Commissioner Lubke,
Here.
Commissioner Barros,
Here.
Commissioner Lee,
Here.
Commissioner Franzine.
Okay, so we move on to open forum. We have several people that want to speak today, so I just want to remind everyone, it's 3 minutes for each of you to come forward and speak. We'll start with Mr. Grant. If you would come forward and say your name and address, please. Thank you.
Robert Grant, 7589 County Road 13, Nisswa. I am here today to tell you how great a job your county plow trucks are doing. I plowed for 40 years for MnDOT in southern Minnesota, and your county does a really good job of plowing snow, so I think you need to give these guys a pizza break or something like that, because they're doing an excellent job on 13, 3, 4, any road I take. They get after it and they do a good job of that. And then I also wanted to just quick speak. I'm back to sheriff in his deal with this ICE deal. And I feel my tax money is spent right by doing that, so I just wanted to kill two birds with one stone. So thank you very much for letting me speak, and have a great day.
Thank you, sir. All right. Mr. Schmidt, please. Same thing if you'd step forward and say your full name and address.
Good morning. Richard Schmidt. My address is 9567 Carr Drive, Brainerd. I would like to address the board. Some of what I am presenting may seem somewhat redundant. However, after the last city council meeting in regard to the annexation issue of our property, I have more questions than answers. And I'd like to thank the board for allowing me time to express my concerns about the city of Brainerd annexing the unorganized property that my wife Barbara and I reside on off of Carr Drive. My first concern is in regard to City Council member Gabe Johnson's comments at the March 2nd council meeting, and I quote, "We can't just not plan because 20 people show up to a council meeting. It's utterly ridiculous. Myself and my neighbors put a lot of time and effort into this orderly process and were completely discredited by Mr. Johnson. He may as well have said, what you say and do in this process doesn't matter, that we will do what we want to do anyway." I asked the county board to be a little more open-minded and understanding about this issue and our concerns. My second concern is in regard to comments made by Community Development Director James Krambeck at the March 2nd meeting having to do with a property on Riverside Drive that had a major septic issue and needed emergency hookup last year. That process was difficult, which prompted the city to look at the annexation issue of this area. There needs to be clarification about the difficulty, whether the issue was with the landowner or the actual hookup. This property sits right on Riverside Drive with very little drop in elevation, yet it is my understanding that a lift station had to be installed, and the hookup fee was over $30,000. The drop in elevation on Carr Drive off Riverside is close to 50 feet. Some clarification was made by the city indicating lift stations would be needed along with the grinder possibly, but there was not a definitive number given. It was made clear if lift stations were needed, the property owner would bear the cost, which brings me to my third concern. The cost of hookups, which is currently $17,287, does not include additional fees for long-distance hookup fees, which can range from $50 to $250 per foot, depending upon the change in elevation. From my home to the proposed installation route mapped out at that meeting on Carr Drive is 300 feet, a significant rise in elevation. This additional fee, if imposed, is of grave concern. There was no mention of what the projected cost of installing sewer and water to the Carr Drive River Arches unincorporated area and other involved properties. Why the city would move forward with annexation and providing utility services without knowing the projected cost of these services makes no sense.
Sir?
Cost estimates
Sir?
to install these services
Sir?
were,
I'm sorry, your 3 minutes is up. Thank you, though. I do appreciate it.
thank you.
And just so you're aware, sir, and anybody else that's in the room for that, that is not a topic for today. We will be addressing it, I believe, on the 24th. Is that correct?
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Cohen, please.
Good morning. My name's Rachel Kahn. My husband and I live at 14948 Riverside Drive in the area of the proposed annexation of the city of Brainerd. Before this topic comes up for a vote, which I understand is potentially 2 weeks from now, we assume that you will have reviewed the recorded city council meetings and materials from February 17th and March 2nd. So we won't address those items today. But due to the high elevations that many of us are dealing with and the substantial costs to connect, we posed some additional questions to the commissioners or the councilmen regarding lift stations, redundant backup systems, and property valuations. We received some emails after the meeting, so that's what I'm going to speak about today. The city staff partially responded to the lift station question at the March 2nd meeting and basically said there are no special requirements in city code, which references one size fits all. Basically cookie cutter grade level applications, which most of these properties are not. But due to elevation differences, special specifications are required per Minnesota Pollution Control Code, and the city cannot override pollution control. Off-the-shelf lift stations may not satisfy high-risk elevations, and City Administrator Broyles admitted this in an email to us, stating that we need to review each situation with a licensed plumber per the code, not city interpretation. The other question that we had for them was about property values. They had stated in their responses that they would stay the same, basically, and taxes would increase 96%. We, as potential home buyers, would and have considered tax base on property, as that reflects monthly out-of-pocket costs to homeownership. As a homeowner who may consider putting our home on the market, this additional tax, 96%, devalues the overall valuation of our property. Short answer from the city is that they believe there would not be an impact to the tax valuation by the property going from unorganized to the city of Brainerd. We disagree. If anybody wants any of these responses from Broyles, I'm happy to send them. In the long run, the city stated in 2003 that there would not be involuntary annexation. You can hear that on the recorded meeting. And they now claim they have jurisdiction over Minnesota pollution control. Who do we believe? The property owners in this proposed annexation area are having sleepless nights due to the massive financial burden and property infringement rights imposed by this annexation. Thanks for your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to the review and approve of our minutes.
Mr. Chair, I would make the motion to approve the February 24th regular county board meeting minutes.
I will second that, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Coring,
Aye.
Commissioner Lubke,
Aye.
Commissioner Barros,
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye. I guess I already forgot one thing. Commissioner Coring, can you hear us okay?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everybody, can everyone hear Commissioner Coring okay? Okay, we're good. We will move on to today's agenda. Are there any changes to today's agenda? Thank you. And I'll look for a motion, please.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barros,
Aye.
Commissioner Coring,
Aye.
Commissioner Lubke,
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye. Next item is our consent agenda. Look for a motion for that.
Mr. Chair, if there's no discussion, I would make the motion to approve the consent agenda as printed.
I will second that, Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Barros,
Aye.
Commissioner Lubke,
Aye.
Commissioner Coring,
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye. Okay. 6.1. National Agricultural Week Proclamation. Look at both my notes here.
Mr. Chair, is there somebody who's,
Yeah,
are you handling that one?
Look,
All right.
Roseanne
Welcome.
Kahi and Richard Lano.
Yes, I'm Richard Lano. I live at 20523 Orland Mine Road, Deerwood, Minnesota. I'm current president of the Crow Wing County Farm Bureau, and we're here today, a group of us, to proclaim National Agriculture Week as March 22nd through March 28th. Whereas there are close to 2 million farm families in America, whereas there are close to 66,000 farm families in Minnesota, whereas there are more than 400 farm families in Crow Wing County, whereas Crow Wing County agriculture and related industries support close to 2,800 jobs, whereas Crow Wing County has close to 93,000 acres of farmland, whereas Crow Wing County agriculture and related industries generate close to $222 million annually in value-added economic impact. Now therefore, the Crow Wing County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaim the week of March 22nd through March 28th as National Agriculture Week and recognize to all the important contributions of Crow Wing County agriculture. That's my statement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Looks like you have some future leaders with you today. That's excellent to see. Glad to see that. So.
Mr. Chair, could we just have the ones that represent the ag part of our county stand up for a second? Thank you.
Okay. Those of you that were just standing, would you like to come up and get a photo?
It's a requirement, not an ask.
If we got to be up here,
As fast as you were moving, maybe I should have just said, stand up.
we get down there, she stand back in. We'll let the Amber take the, make it happen.
I'd like to put the good-looking ones in front, so the commissioners would be back.
Oh, you guys go ahead and fill on in too.
Yeah, we gotta fill on in. We gotta put us in the back.
Sometimes to have something fun like this.
All right.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, I would make the motion to approve the resolution declaring the week of March 22nd through March 28th, 2026 as National Agriculture Week.
I will second that, Mr. Chair.
We have a motion and a second.
Commissioner Lubke,
Aye.
Commissioner Barros,
Aye.
Commissioner Coring,
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Commissioner Coring.
did that motion pass?
That motion did pass.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
All right, next we have Community Services, 7.1.
Good morning, Commissioners, Mr. Chair. I'm Taylor Lesmeister, Crow Wing County Public Health. A public health nuisance was identified on the 1900 block of Daggett Hall Road in Brainerd, District 1, Commissioner District 1, that is. This property was found to contain an accumulation of household waste and furniture such as mattresses, which are not properly stored or contained and serve as an attractant for insects and nuisance animals. Additionally, raw sewage was observed on the ground resulting from a non-compliant septic system. A cease and desist order was issued for the use of the septic system to prevent additional waste from entering the environment. On February 18th, 26, Public Health and Land Services Departments conducted a site visit and confirmed these observations. Contact was made with the property owner that same day and education was provided on our local ordinances. The owner was also notified that continued use of the septic system would result in an imminent threat to public health. The owner has taken steps to address the accumulation of waste and find alternatives to using the current septic system. However, due to the potential threat to public health, we are requesting a use of solid waste funds to ensure a timely abatement should progress stall or should the septic system be used prior to passing a compliance inspection.
Any questions?
Nope. So you're looking
Mr.
for a
Chair?
motion to approve.
Yes, please. Go
Commissioner.
ahead.
Commissioner
Mr. Chair, I would move the resolution declaring a public health nuisance at the address as 1921 Daggett Hall Road, Brainerd, Minnesota 56401.
Yeah, we
I'll
have-
second that.
We have a motion and a second.
Commissioner Coring,
Aye.
Commissioner Lubke,
Aye.
Commissioner Barros.
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye. And that motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Land Services. Mr. Pence?
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. We have 4 items for your consideration this morning. The first request is for a land use map amendment for parcel number 76190533 located in section 19 of Maple Grove Township. The request is to amend the land use map from agricultural forestry to rural residential 5 involving approximately 5 acres. The plan is to rezone the north 5 acres. The legal description would be the west 416 feet of the north 528 feet where the existing home was located, and the remaining land would remain agricultural forest to be consolidated with parcels adjacent to it, 76190534 and 76190532. So if we can go to the next map and then the next one. So as a reminder, so this where we're at, this would be County Road 23 here. We have Soderman Road to the north, we have Mogensen to the south. The colors on the map is just a reminder, the area that is in this blue over here would be the Shoreland District. This area that you'd see here in yellow is would be the rural residential 2.5. The area in blue is rural residential 5, and the area that's in green is our agricultural forested, the 2.5 acre. And then this area here is a tax forfeited parcel. What they want to do is basically take the north chunk, there's a current dwelling up here, and they want to change that to 5 acre and separate that from the remainder part. And then the remaining 15 acres will then be consolidated with these parcels here, so it would then be a one large block, so it'd be a 5 acre chunk, and the remaining part would be consolidated into one lot. They're in the process of going through that consolidation with our department right now. The Planning Commission Board of Adjustment held a public hearing on February 19th, and they made a unanimous recommendation of the board to approve the land use map amendment for parcel 7619-0533 from agricultural forestry to rural residential 5, involving approximately 5 acres. The Planning Commission did develop a finding of fact, which is located on page 62 of the packet. And based on the application submitted, staff packet of public comments, and the finding of fact, is recommended to approve the land use map amendment as submitted. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Lubke first, please.
So that, what you'll do there, those are 40, right? Like that yellow block or that beige block, that's a 40.
This is approximately 40 acres here.
Okay.
These would be 220s.
So it'll actually he's only taken 5 acres of that?
To the north, yep, where there's a
Just
current
that
house
north
in the
corner,
north.
that
Yep.
north corner is just taking that, so the rest of the.
The remaining 15
75, well, 40 and 35?
So there's 20 acres here, 20 acres here, and 40 here, so there's a combination of 80 total. And so it's gonna be about 5 acres here, and then the remaining part would be, like you said, about the 75.
75 acres, okay, yeah, he's not taking that whole section and putting it into 5 acres.
No,
Just one corner
Just the
of
one
it.
spot where the house is.
Okay, okay. No more questions, thank you.
Commissioner Coring?
Mr. Chairman, I would move the land use map amendment for the Keith Soderman property.
Second.
Just for clarification, you said motion to approve, correct?
Motion to approve, yes.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Commissioner Barrows.
Aye.
Commissioner Coring.
Aye.
Commissioner Lubke.
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The second request today is for a land use map amendment for parcel number 6006-0509 and 6006-0502. This is located in section 6 of Fairfield Township. The request is to amend the land use map from agricultural forestry to rural residential 10, involving approximately 16 acres. So if you go back to the one up just real quick, please. So just to give you an idea where we're at, this would be Bonnie Lakes Road here. This is Pickerel Lake, and then you have this Pickerel Trail is the property in question. Then we can go on to the next page. Thank you. So the area again, as we discussed at the previous application, but this area, this is the shoreline district for Pickerel and Little Pickerel here. The area in green is the agriculture district, and then the area in yellow is RR2.5. And what they're looking to do is to change the zoning on this parcel here to RR10, and then it's going to be combined with there's approximately 30 acres here, and the goal would be to create 3 10-acre lots when this is all said and done. And so the Planning Commission did hold a public hearing on February 19th and made a unanimous recommendation to the board to approve the land use map amendment for parcels 6006-0509 and 6006-0502 from agricultural forestry to rural residential 10, involving approximately 16 acres. There was no comment on this from the township. The Planning Commission did develop a finding of fact, which is located on page 77 of your packet, and based on the application submitted, the staff packet, public comments, and the finding of fact, it is recommended to approve the land use map amendment as submitted. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
No questions. I'll make the motion to approve the application, the William Schrader for a land use map amendment for the parcels noted in the
Perfect.
resolution.
I will second that motion, thank you.
We have a motion and a second.
Commissioner Barrows.
Aye.
Commissioner Lubke.
Aye.
Commissioner Coring.
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The third item on the agenda is the preliminary plat for Sorensen Lake Estates. The parcel numbers, there's 4 parcel numbers for this: 7335, 0583, 7335, 0589, 7335, 0587, and 7335, 0697. This is located in Section 8 of Lake Edward Township. The request is to approve a conventional design preliminary plat consisting of 5 lots. The total size of the parcel before subdividing is approximately 31 acres. This plat is located on Sorensen Lake, which is classified as a recreational development lake. If we go to page 83 on the map, you'll get an idea. This would be County Road 3 here. This is Sorensen Lake here. This is Sorensen Lake Road, and it's these parcels that would be to the north of that. If you go to the next one, please. And then we'll go to the next one. Yeah, and so just to give you an idea, there is, you have these 3 lots here, and then you have a narrow, skinny lot that is on the south side of Sorensen. And this is where the plat gets a little bit tricky, because if you, let's go to page, can we go to page 94? Perfect. So what you'll see is the layout of, you have lot 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what makes this tricky is that there were some variances approved back in 1993 and 1997 for 2 structures down here by the lake. And so what the board did was, the Planning Commission Board of Adjustment, they did approve a variance for lot width on lot 1, which would be this lot right here, which would have this structure on it. That was approved at 72 feet instead of the required 150 feet. And then there's a structure on this one, on lot, this would be lot 2, this would be lot 3. And so on lot 3, it's 119-foot lot width instead of the 150 feet. The rest of the lots all meet the requirements as far as lot width and lot area. We did work with the applicant on this. There was a desire to try to create a second lot over here, but due to the extent of wetlands, they agreed to keep it to be a larger tract. Because it just was not, it would have been more difficult. It was difficult to be able to get that lot to work to meet today's requirements. Both of these dwellings down here were over 1,000 square feet in size, and due to the fact that they were constructed in close proximity to the lake and they were given variances back in 93 and 97, the Planning Commission and Board of Adjustment felt that it was reasonable to allow a variance to allow that for a narrower lot width than would be required. We also got information from the DNR, who stated they had no concerns with the variance as well or the plat. So the Planning Commission did hold a public hearing on February 19th. They made a unanimous recommendation to the board to approve the preliminary plat of Sorensen Lake Estates for parcels 7335, 0583, 7335, 0589, 7335, 0587, and 7335, 0697. We did not receive any comments from Lake Edward Township. There is a finding of fact for the preliminary plat in your packet, which is found on page 101. And so based on the application submitted, the staff packet, public comments, finding of fact, and the variance, is recommended to approve the preliminary plat as submitted.
Any questions? I've got one question. Can you go back to the, I guess, the colored map that you were just showing a second ago?
That'd be on 84. The one before that?
No, that one's fine there. Okay, then go back to the black and white. Okay, so I guess I'm confused.
So this is lot 1 here on the left.
Okay, that's that's actually all I
Yep.
needed to hear right
So
there.
there's no, this lot doesn't have any, the road comes right up like this. And then,
Where's the line between 1 and 2?
right here.
Okay, am I missing something? The red outline showed 4 lots. This is showing 5.
Well, so when you look at it, there were currently 4 lots that are there. So you have the 3 on the north side, and then you have this lot here on the south side of Sorensen. That's the 4 lots that they have total. So there's 3 on the north
Oh,
side and 1
okay.
in the south.
Okay.
And they're taking those, basically those 4 lots and creating 5 lots, is what they're doing.
Okay, now I understand where we're, okay. Any other questions? If not, I'll look for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll make the motion to approve the application of Greg Larson for preliminary plat Sorensen Lake Estates, conventional development plat consisting of 5 individual lots.
Madam Chair, or Madam Chair, sorry about that.
You said I was going to be the first one to screw up.
You already did, so I'll be the second one. Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second.
Commissioner Lupke.
Aye.
Commissioner Barrows.
Aye.
Commissioner Coring.
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The final plat, or the final request we have for today is the final plat of Turtle Bay. This is for parcel number 77010540. This is located in Section 1 of Mission Township. Just a quick timeline, Mission Township did approve the plat on December 8th of 2025. The Plan Commission recommended approval on their public hearing on December 18th of 25. The county board here approved that plat on December 30th. And so all requirements have been met for the final plat and recommend approval as submitted. I'd be happy to answer any questions. This is up in Mission Township in Section 1. This is Adney Lake here, and they're basically just taking this one property and creating a second lot.
Any questions? I'll look for a motion then.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the application of Mary and Raymond Zabilia for the final plat of Turtle Bay, a conventional development plat consisting of 2 individual lots.
Mr. Chair, I will second that motion.
We have a motion and a second.
Commissioner Coring.
Aye.
Commissioner Lupke.
Aye.
Commissioner Barrows.
Aye.
Commissioner Lee.
Aye. Motion passes. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
County Sheriff.
Mr. Interim Chair, members of the board. A couple things. I just want to echo a couple of things. First off, what was said earlier in open forum about our county roads. I couldn't agree with that more. I drove out on County Road 12 this morning, and I don't think I saw anything resembling snow other than wet pavement. So I greatly appreciate what our county highway is doing. Another thing, recognizing our farm families. Families like the Kahis and the Malloys are some of the most genuine people I know, so I greatly appreciate those folks and for them to be here today. As far as Sheriff's Office side of things, had a meeting this morning in reference to specifically to security of the Judicial Center, and then in general, there's another one addressing campus-wide campus security that I'll be involved in. So more to come on that stuff, but other than that, I didn't have anything prepared. So I'm in the place of the sheriff and our chief deputy today, so if there's any questions, I'm free.
Any questions? Nope.
Thank you, Deputy.
Thank you, sir. Do we have anyone from County Attorney's Office on today?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I don't have anything for you today, but I'd be happy to answer any questions anyone has of me.
No questions.
Here. Thank you.
No questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, County Administrator, but we don't have our County Administrator here today. How about County Coordinator?
Good time to ask questions of her.
For her.
Okay. Any additional business?
Mr. Chair, I have a couple things, if I might. First of all, we have some Crow Wing County Dairy ambassadors here. I'm just wondering if they would like to stand up and be recognized and perhaps say a couple words? Oh, caught them off guard.
Oh, look at that.
Caught them off. You're ambassadors. You're supposed to speak. You're supposed to represent.
Hi, my name is Catherine Lesler. I am the Crow Wing County Junior Dairy Princess. I would just like to say thank you on behalf of them and just the agriculture in our community for everything that you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate all you guys do. You represent a great portion of our county, so thank you very much. My second thing is that this is National Social Workers Month. I want to recognize our 60-some social workers that we have here and the great job they do in addressing the issues for the constituents in the Crow Wing County area. It's a tough job, doesn't get recognized as much as it should. If you ever have an opportunity to talk to one of them, it's a high-stress job, low pay, and but greatly appreciated. Let's put it that way. So thank you very much for all the social workers and what they do. With that, I have nothing else, and if nobody else does.
Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Coring.
Mr. Chair, thanks. I also would like to say a couple of things. I think back when I was dairy farming in the 80s and the 90s, I believe there was 165 dairy farms in Crow Wing County at that time. Now there's only 2. It's the Cahys, and I believe the Schlegels are still actively dairy farming. So it's kind of sad that we see a lot of family farms kind of gone away. It's kind of become a lot more corporate, but I'm really glad that we could recognize these great farmers. And there's a lot of agriculture, obviously, in the southern part of Crow Wing County. And then I also want to thank the gentleman who came and thanked us for the snow plowing and thanked the sheriff. I'm in my 22nd year of public service or an elective office, and not that I really enjoy it, but I don't normally hear from people that say thanks. Public service is not always that easy, and usually you hear from people that are mad or angry about something. So I will say thank you to that gentleman, and you made my day, because all of us here on the county board, and I think anybody in elective office, you knock on doors and you try to tell people why they should vote for you. Really, you're selling yourself, and it's always not an easy job. So really appreciate a pat on the back once in a while. It kind of helps keep you motivated. So that's all I've got, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if there's nothing else, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chair.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just want to bring up the fact that March 10th is the township annual meetings tonight. And in Minnesota, we have about 1,700, I think, and 61, don't quote me on that because I might be off a little bit, of townships in Minnesota that have their annual meeting all on this night. So it is probably one of the best grassroots form of government that's out there. And anybody who is in a township, please attend your meeting tonight. So that's all I had, sir.
Very good.
Mr. Chair, again, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I will second that motion, Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Barrows.
Aye.
Commissioner Coring.
I can't quite hear her.
Commissioner Coring
Hello?
to motion to adjourn.
Yes, aye.
Commissioner Lubke.
Aye.
And Commissioner Lee.
Aye. And that motion passes.
We are.
Thank you, everyone.
We are adjourned, yeah.